Hello everybody and welcome back to some BattleTech Advanced 3062. We are here in Sanctuary Space about to leave, but before we go it's time to go through our spoils and bring out a few new mechs. Not that we necessarily have all the pilots for all of them, but well, we do. But we're getting to the point now where everybody's got two mechs. Or two things they pilot anyway. No, that's the wrong place. We do need to slap something in engineering actually, so I will get on that at some point. But anyway, we're going to start off by making some repairs. I need to do a refit apparently on the Crackbang. So that can have a quick refit here. That'll take us all about 4 or 5 days, probably less than that. I always find it's a bit of a lie, but a good lie. Okay, very good. Especially with mechs like these are very quick to repair. There we go. Right, the first thing we're going to do is just make a small adjustment to the Mauler. We are going to take out the location designator. Really, this has just been fantastic at, I guess, stability damage. It's also lacking in heat sinking a little bit, I'm finding. That's something from the field tests I've definitely found. So if we can make room for one more double heat sink, which we actually can do that. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen right now. Am I blind? I thought double heat sinks are normally up here. Heatsink double clan. There it is. How did I miss that? Whatever. Don't question me. There we go. So that gives us just a bit more. If we lose the laser, it goes right up, doesn't it? So, because this is like 15 heat. That's with 3 on everything. We've got Stone Cold, which also is really nice. So yeah, this is good. I'm happy enough with this. The RM6s for any out of range nonsense. I like that. Or out of sight nonsense. Good. Okay, so the location designator has been liberated. We're now going to go over to the second half of our mech bay. And we're not going to go to the Orion yet because that is something I also want to make an adjustment to. We are going to bring in the Marauder II. Here it is, baby. This big beast behemoth of a mech.
That mech you wanted is
okay, Marauder II was first built in 3012 in an attempt to take firepower of the Marauder. Oops, I did press that, didn't I? Thought maybe it let me off there for a second. But yes, it's an absolute monster mech, this is. Look at it. Look at the size of this thing. Let's compare it to the Dragon, which is roughly similar size and shape to the Dragonfire, that is. Not Dragon. Yeah, look at that. It's just even bigger. And we have got some nasty plans of this. Now, Rannick was going over some specs for it. The poor guy, though, he doesn't actually have access to BattleTech Advanced 3062, so it's very difficult to predict the tonnages. The ideas he had are really good. Some of them are very nice. One problem with the stealth armor is it takes up, if you have a little look at it, it takes up a lot of space. In fact, it takes up basically one part in every single torso, basically, and leg and all that. Let me show you. Let me actually strip the armor, strip equipment, and I'll show you what I mean. That alone kind of limits what we can do once we start adding in like double heat sinks and stuff. Yeah, so it just limited some of the weaponry we can take. And I think even the heavy Gauss build with the 6 or 7, it might have been 7 actually, medium lances, even that came up to like, we still had a few tons spare with maximum tonnage, which is a little bit like, can't really do that now. So yeah, let's go max armor for now. Let's also take off some of the back, kind of see what we get to play with here, because I think we could definitely free up another ton. 1, 2, 3. A 1. Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. For now, we'll throw it there. 66 tons. That's quite a lot. I think this mech is deserving of a double heatsink kit, personally. I kind of do. Though, do you know what? 1 second. I do have some builds ready. I'm going to go ahead and tell this to... We don't need this commando. Right, lovely. That just gives us a double heatsink kit from the... what do you call them? We'll go through the armor again later. The Sanctuary. Right, so... for now I'm going to run with Ferro Vanadium. This reduces armor weight by 5% and actually adds shield as well. Not that that matters with our build in this case, but the damage reduction to ballistic and missile is very useful if we're going to be getting hit, since it's going to be a fairly slow mech. We want to go ahead and re-add the e-cooling, the core, and I think that's it. Everything else can be stripped off completely. Oh, and the arms. The arms can go back. That might help. There we go. Yeah. Do want those arms. Okay, good. Imagine if I had no arms. That'd be ridiculous. Okay, so equipment. Let's add some of the stuff in first, like the location designator, just so we've got the tonnage already accounted for. Now it's time for the fun stuff. We're going to have a little look at the weapons here. We want to give the heavy gauss a go. Yes! Absolutely. This takes up a lot of space. It also has a roll to fall over. If you go, you can see this massive block of yellow text here. Towards the bottom of it, third bit up, is the base self-knockdown chance on this weapon is 65%. Obviously, this is reduced, I think, based on piloting skill. We have a max level pilot going in there, so hopefully he'll be alright. But it is a little bit mad, to be honest. But that's the Marauder, isn't it? It is mad. Quite literally. We want to go ahead and add... I actually say we add one or two? Oh, wait, it's the wrong Gauss. Oh, definitely two then. Gonna go ahead and throw these in the legs for now. I may change my mind on that depending on what we do. Doesn't actually matter really where they go so much. But if they're in different places, at least if we lose something, one leg, we still can shoot this thing. Right, we have two types of heatsink kits here. Got the double, and then the Sanctuary double. The Sanctuary double is not quite as effective, but it's smaller, so you can actually fit a few more things in there. So that's why it might be worth using this. But if I go all medium lances, they're really good, these lances. Like, they're really good if you use the location designator. We're looking at 10 structural damage, but we're looking at 20 here, which is a potential headshot on the large. And I reckon, according to my build, I can get like 4 of these. If not, I can lower it and then just add a bunch of mediums. That's the thing, it's not a big deal if I can't. The heat is halved as well, so there really is some flexibility here. Maybe we go too large, and then like a bunch of mediums, we'll see. That's over tonnaged. Clearly I'm way off the mark on that. Give me one moment. The other thing I forgot to do was add the frickin' engine, of course. That might explain it. Yeah, this is going to take a clan engine, which you might want to cover your eyes at the price. Ooh! Ooh, now we can't go Sanctuary engine because this actually reduces the walking distance, which I think in turns would reduce sprint distance, and we just can't afford to do that, I don't think. So let me take a quick look. 1, 2, 6. Oh. Huh. It might be worth doing. It really might be. We have 6 million, by the way, so we have enough to play with. Like I say, I'd rather get this close to being right first time, and then we can make adjustments from there. Because this is going to be out there on the toughest of missions and contracts. Right, let's go to lasers now. So, we've done that. Let's just see if we can get this to work, and the way we can do this is actually through heat insulators. Which are laser insulators, that's it. These are over here. 3 and 4. Ooh. Not so sure now. We're going to need a lot of double heat sinks, but we're going to need to take off, obviously, some armor here. So we're going to go ahead and bring this right down. Can we push it to, like, 185? 185. There we go. Perfect. Did you see that? Yeah, look at that. 5 tons. Is there room for 5 double heat sinks is the question. So... Oh, sorry. Oh, did I not add the heat sinking kit? That would explain it. So do we go Sanctuary then? Because I'm more tempted to go for the Sanctuary heat kit here. What's the difference? That takes it to 66 heat sinking at start. And the double heat sink kit does quite a lot more. Do we want to go all large lance? I'm still debating that. In fact, I might change that. It kind of depends on availability in terms of space down here, you see. Luckily, this Pharaoh doesn't take up very much. Actually, it's pretty good, isn't it? It doesn't take up many spaces at all. I'm going to miss this. If I could get more of this, I really like it. It's the damage reduction as well that's good. Okay, let's just cram this with double heat sinks. and see where things fall. Can I? Can I? Okay. Apparently, yes. Heat delta of 2. Well, that works. Now, if we were to change this to medium lanterns, we don't actually have the space here, and we don't have the space if we kept the double heat sinks, but we do have space down here. We've got 1, 2, 3. But we just don't have the tonnage. I think this might be the right sort of way to go about this. The heat sinking wouldn't be as much as if we used... although we could maybe add more medium lanterns instead. Oh, gosh. I just feel like against a target with 20% or less damage reduction, we have 5 chances to go for a headshot with this. We can make tweaks later. I'm going to start with this, probably. The builds were... honestly, there's just so many options we've got. Let's have a quick look. I really would love to someday do like a stream where we just kind of go through the mechs and sort of try out some builds and see what we can come up with. I think that would be quite cool, actually. Right, let's throw you here. Ooh, I don't really have the room. Hang on, we might. Hang on, hang on, hang on. If we had a bigger engine, we could get some engine cooling in there. In fact, hang on. This works. This can work. The only thing is, we don't have the tonnage now. Well, or rather, we have too much tonnage. Yeah. Hang on. This might be the most optimal way to do this. If we go stick to large lanterns in here, over here, 1, 2, and there's a third one there. Now the heat delta goes up though, and I don't have any more room. It's just a weird sort of balancing act. This I can add. Yes, I can add a double heat sink, or I can add a laser insulator, which would be better. Yeah, I think that is the most optimal way to do it. Double heat sink, and we're going to go with 4 large lanterns, which is no freaking joke. Requires a free spot. What's wrong? Where do I not have the space? Oh, I moved that into there, didn't I? Now, what have I done differently this time? We're 2 tons overweight. 4 large layers. Oh, it's this. That's it. Oh, does this weigh 2 tons? Ah. I thought it weighed 1 ton for some reason. And this weighs 6. I'd love to get that in here, but this is just sort of... we want to keep this as heat neutral as possible, and just a heat delta of 2 is really quite nice. We would only occasionally have to lose 1 large lance on like a hotter map, let's say. The insulators really help. The heavy gas is hilarious, obviously. That thing just needs to hit, basically, and we're done. Okay, we'll go in with this. How's the armor? Maxed out? Yep.
Right. I'll get it.
Stupid amount of armor that thing has. Okay, let's go to the store. We probably want to sell a couple of things, I reckon. For instance, we're not going to be able to bring back in the Avatar, so we'll sell that. I would love to bring back in the Obi, but it won't let me. And now we can't with the Commando. I probably couldn't with the Chaparral, actually, so... yeah, let's say goodbye to the Chaparral, actually. That was a great little vehicle. I think it's pretty good for 50 tons. They launched an arrow. Really nice. But that just gives me a little bit more money to play with, which we need. Okay, so now we're going to bring in another mech, and this is a big bad one, and that is the Piledriver. There's 2 versions here, but we are going to be going with the one of the long tom, because this could be a mech actually for Stencil. He is capable of piloting mechs, believe it or not, somehow. Right, here it is. We probably want to go here. Move all this along. Okay. It's only going to be a small refit. It's one of those Sanctuary ones that's come out pretty well. Let's take a look then. So we've got... I don't think we need DRMs. We have no intention of getting close with this mech. Absolutely none. We'll maintain the Sanctuary double heat sink. This is, again, this is quite long range actually. That's not a bad weapon, but it is 7 tons though. When really I could probably just go for extended range medium lasers possibly. Could also go for DRMs, go strictly long range. Which wouldn't be so bad, would it? Right, anyway, what have we got here? We have got long tom ammo, we have got 1 Inferno, 1 shaped charge. Now, your standard ammo for the long tom is your regular AoE, with a lovely 200 meter radius. That is ridiculous. You've got Inferno, which we all know from the... it's the same functionality, essentially, as what you get in our other vehicle. The shaped charge. This one's the most interesting one. It does not have an area of effect. It is strictly a, you know, you're trying to hit the target. 150% damage bonus. So, basically, you look at the ammo for the long tom, or sorry, you look at the long tom itself. 70, so 140, 100 and what? 75? Is that then? About that? That is quite a lot of damage, so I quite like that actually. I do think we're going to use it as a regular long tom though. It's got 12 ammo. We'll maintain a little bit of Inferno, but we're not going to use this for the... Yeah, we're going to use the Shieldtron Prime as our sort of fire starter mech in those sorts of... when we go for that strategy. And over here, we're going to go with... Right, where is the bloody artillery? There. Looking around for ages. The shaped charge is really good, but I think I might go for standard here. Okay. In terms of, like, heat generation, I kind of wonder if I do want a VRM in here. They weigh a lot, but if we lose this, and we actually go for something like... because the range on this is mad. VRM 6. Right, what tonnage do we have to play? We've got that 7. Yeah, 9. I mean 8. 7 or 8, because we need to add ammo for it. Looks like I can probably add a 12 in. Yeah. Move this double heatsink to sort of the arm. Add some ammo. I like this. I like where this is going. Little VRM 12. We've got the shield here as well, so that's fine. There we go. Enough for 10 rounds, enough for about 15 rounds if you include the Inferno. Twin-linked small lasers, I mean, I guess. Might as well. How's the armor looking? Really, really nice, actually. I don't see why I would want to make many adjustments to it. That's already... we've got 2.5 tons to play with. I wonder if there's any good equipment we can use. Ah, one thing I didn't get to put on the Marauder was a Guardian ECM. Yeah, I would have put a Guardian ECM in there. When it gets done, I'll try and do that, actually. Yeah. A drone airdrop wouldn't have been the worst thing either in it. Okay, that's fine. This has it, though, so that's good. A command console. +1 initiative, +2 lance. Can we throw that in there? No, it's already got something in the cockpit, which is the sanctuary drone stuff. So Augie and Stencil can sit around and do that. I might want to go with this. If there's something for a lot of damage reduction, we may actually end up going for the long tom. No, we still can't, because that still goes in that same spot. Sorry, I don't quite know what goes where. Master Communication Suite. Maybe. I mean, I don't really know what else we need to add here. I don't see the point in the Master Communication Suite when you could just sort of... Well, you could go... Actually, could you not increase your damage and then go Precision Strike, and then that way the long tom and Shaped Charge would do extra damage? That might be worth doing, actually. Yeah, let's give that a go. Does that make sense? That may not make sense. Essentially, we... Yeah. So this increases the maximum amount of resolve that we can store. Yeah, the capacity. So Stencil has that ability to increase his damage by, like, what? By a certain percentage, I think, if he doesn't move. So he can do that, increase the damage, and then he'll have enough resolve, hopefully, to use Precision Strike. And then he can... There we go. Job done. Hopefully. So let's actually lose a bit on the legs here. The arms... Oh, there we go. That's fine then. In fact, let's up this by a tiny bit. This does not need as much. Okay, very good. Yeah. Looks nice. Really, it's all about that long range. We've got the VRM-12, we've got the long tom artillery. Between 600 and 800 meters, this thing is going to deal an absolute punch. I can tell you that much. double heat sinks all over there. Do we even need that many then? Because really it's only about these two. We'll keep it for now. It's fine as it is. Sanctuary double heatsink, that's alright. Alright. Only 3 days that takes. Okay, that's good. Let's have a little look now at the Orion. I actually want to refit the Orion. DRM's nice and all that. I think I prefer the massive damage of the SRMs. I just think that's a bit... Yeah. Not sure if I'm sold on DRMs. They feel a little bit gimmicky, being able to do a bit of everything. They probably do have a place. But I don't think they're for me, personally. I've just gone way past SRMs. I'm looking for SRM4s. There's some clan ones. These weigh even less. Yeah, they do. Well, we're just going to stick to the regular SRM4s. SRM4. There we go. Does run a bit bloody hot. That's the only thing. But the damage, though. I mean, that's if we used everything, which we're not going to do, because we can't. Especially with Goose in there. I don't think he can quite do that. Where's the DRM ammo? It was over here somewhere, wasn't it? 1, 2... Is that all we need? I think that's all we need. Did I have 3 tons in there? Don't think I need 3 tons, though. No, I definitely don't. Might add another heatsink, then. We've got a double heatsink kit in this thing. Yeah, that's better. Alright, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Because I think 2 tons is enough, definitely. Yeah, that'll do. Alright.
On it.
Okay, very good.
That's done.
Orion, looking marvellous. Okay. Right. The last mech I actually want to bring in from storage is a light mech. And this might be a mech for a new pilot, potentially. If we get another mobility-orientated one. That's what I'm thinking. So, the Hermes. We've got 2 variants here. One with like a support slot, which is actually pretty good, and one which has loads of laser slots, but has a lot of really interesting kits. So, let's confirm this.
Ready to fight, Commander.
Yeah, already with that Marauder, I'm thinking losing one... The Marauder II, I'm thinking of losing one of the Lancers, go for a medium lance, and then just fill it up with like Guardian ECM. There was something else that came to my head as well that I really liked and wanted in it. So yeah, we are going to make further adjustments to that Marauder. Pretty much as soon as it's ready. Right, anyway, let's take a look at the Hermes here. So, why this mech? Well, it's kind of like a miniature version of the Wraith in some sense. It's also got the C3I network, and we have one of these spare, so it'd be nice to maybe put that in a mech. In fact, I was thinking of putting that in... what was I going to put it in? Something. Perhaps one of the Orions. Maybe we take out that heatsink. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, this is almost ready to go straight away. I'd probably lose one of these and add a bit more armor. Well, I guess what I would do here. You definitely need armor on the legs here. But this works as a scout. Definitely. It's got an XL engine. Ooh, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? It's already fast as anything. You have a look at that. I'm actually going to go... I think I'd go Sanctuary engine here. Yeah, I'm fine with the Sanctuary engine. That's okay. Because this is a death trap in some sense. Of an XL, a light mech of an XL engine is a bit ridiculous. 1, 2. Make sure the legs are okay. Very good. We can lose the extended range medium lasers. We've got mask here. This increases the sprint distance. The idea is it would sprint everywhere anyway. Alternatively, we take off a few things. We could add some stealth armor, which would be kind of insane. It's only a little bit over, but it would run bloody hot. It's got a double heatsink kit. Oh. This thing would be like impossible to touch. Hermes 1.5. Oh, I am tempted because then the evasion on this. I mean, it's madness. Suddenly, the one of the support slots looking a little bit more favourable, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. But I would quite like to throw the stealth armor on this, and I'm not sure. We could just get rid of the C3I network. Maybe we don't use this. Yeah, maybe we take this off. We'll find more stealth armor. I'm going to try and prioritize picking up some stealth. There we go. So we could always add some more heat sinking if we wanted. We could add more weapons, so the idea is this comes in and it flanks, potentially. Let's have a look at my lasers. Sorry, we do have various other types of lasers here going on. We could also go for good old laser insulators. I want to have one more look at some equipment. We could even go for like, and that's 2 tons. I don't want to do that. Laser insulators are always tempting. But we are getting low on them. Right, that means we're basically heat neutral. Yeah. Don't know where we would take the armor from if we added anything else. Is anything half a ton? I don't think so. Might just add 1 laser insulator then. And I'm kind of tempted to go for... Sounds a bit weird, but would going for the drone in this make sense? Because it's already scouting, but then you kind of go sort of double scouts. If we had the battle armor drop, this is kind of like a super wasp in that sense. This just has more mobility without the jump jets. And the C3I network, we have to put other stuff on this network, which I'm up for doing. Maybe we don't need the extra sprint distance. Maybe. A probe. That is probably the way to go, actually. Do you know what? Yeah, look at this. An active probe. It's the same as the Beagle probe. Just with more sensor range. And I think it's got a bigger bubble as well. Yeah. Alright. Take that. Lose the insulator. Perhaps we switch these out for regular medium lasers. Just to save on heat. Didn't think I'd do that, but yeah, I think I am actually going to go for the regular, humble, medium laser. There it is. Especially given how fast it can move, it doesn't need the extended range ones. Yeah, there you go. And we have more room for armor. Max out the legs, please. May not even use this. Like I say, it's just sort of, we'll just see how it gets on. 2, 1, 2, 1. In fact, actually, that rear armor on the center torso, in case something does happen, a little bit low. There we go. So it's actually just going to really be there to sensor lock things, run around, sensor lock, run around, sensor lock. It can shoot things with the 4 medium lasers. Okay. I'm relatively happy with that. One last thing I want to have a look at, though, are the other laser types, variants that we have, such as these MLEC lasers. These scramble target systems. Do you take multiple shots, or are you just sort of a... Do you have, like, different weapon? Oh, I don't know. I think I might go for 2 of those. MLEC. 15 heat, 10 heat. Our heat delta's still okay, though. Okay. I think we're fine. I thought this does more heat, but... Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. We're totally fine, I think. Yeah, that way we can actually... So if we do want to do some damage, we can. It actually does more damage, these. These are pretty good. They're streakers whilst they won't fire if... Okay, that's pretty good. They do have the streak functionality. So they won't fire unless they hit. Unless they're guaranteed to hit, that is. I like that. Yeah. This really is a sort of like disruptor. And difficult to touch. Lovely. Alright, let's validate this. There's the Hermes. Right, I am short of a pilot, so I'm going to pick up anyone. Ideally somebody who doesn't have any skills in case I change my mind on how I want to build them out. But I feel like somebody with good evasion... Somebody going down the sort of piloting route is necessary, so unless there's somebody already here, which there is not. Shielded stance, of course. Got bulwark, so you're a shooter and a defender. That's not bad, but I think instead I'm going to go... Yeah, here. Probably.
Orders. Yes, Commander.
More balanced. I guess we will go for you then.
New mech warriors
Okay,
available.
there we go. Right, it's time to move on, I think. We have enough money, thankfully. Despite the Marauder II near bankrupting me. Nah, it was totally fine. We are going to head over to Taurus. Yes, the Taurian capital, which is under the rulership of the Federated Suns, which is so funny. Restricted access to the factory world, which is interesting. I assume it's only... Produce locally, however, the local authorities do not offer the goods out to anyone, instead selling them only to dedicated friends of their faction. Well, thankfully, we are friends of them. So that works out quite nicely. There's a lot going on here. It's a 4.5 skull system. I imagine this should be pretty eventful. Once we get there, that is. It's going to take 40 days. It's quite a journey. Okay, Combine Ghost Bear War continues. Marching horses join in. So what have we got? Ghost Bear Dominion forces throughout the region responded universally by attacking whatever DCMS forces were closest. Unable to appease the Dominion leadership by disavowing the Avengers as traitors, Theodore Kurita was forced to redeploy DCMS units throughout to defend against the Ghost Bear invasion. It was too much. Oh, so a bunch of worlds from the Kuritans, I'm guessing, have fallen then. So there you go. There you have it. Okay. Clan Hell's Horses. Can we have a quick look at the map then, actually? Let's have a little look, see how things have changed up in the old Galactic North. Yeah, whoa, look at that! That's a dent. This is Clan Novacat, Clan Ghost Bear. Although the clans really are making their presence felt, aren't they? Oh, it's Clan Wolf, right? Yeah. Okay then. Okay. Anyway, on we go. Okay, Sanctuary Alliance borders open. Sanctuary Alliance worlds, Shield worlds. 3 months have passed since the Treaty of Micros. That was the thing that changed hands of a few territories. That ended the conflict between the Taurian Concordat and the Sanctuary Alliance, and now, at last, the Alliance borders have opened for visitors and traders. Is that because they realised they couldn't they couldn't deal with us, so they thought we might as well have an open border then? Non-sport a high population, which is given rise to the question, where does the civilian population live? Alliance officials have refused to give a straight answer, saying that they live, quote, in Sanctuary. In the Sanctuary. Still trade between Taurian Concordat and Sanctuary Alliance has proven lucrative, and merchants and mercenaries can be found in the Shield worlds regularly. Well, we're just leaving there, so never mind. Alliance TDF refit program complete. Okay. Oh, locally produced Marauder and Stalker and the Talos. Yeah, so that's interesting. So, do they not really have much population then? It's like, well, where do they live? Oh. There's all these worlds here. But the only factions are the Taurians really around here. Fascinating. Oh, well, I've just left it, so I ain't coming back. Maybe next time. Happy accidents. Darius opens the morning briefing with a scowl on his face. We picked up new supplies a few weeks ago, and we're just now opening some of the crates of machine tools, and well, I can't believe that this has happened again, but Yang practically exploded from his chair. We have more frozen triple F meat burgers? Do you know how hard this stuff is to come by? Ah, yes, of course, this is the old burgers. Yes, create the authentic triple F burger. Morale increased by 2. Fantastic. Oh, that's good. Burgers for all. Look at morale. Look at morale, it's doing splendid.
Job's done, Commander.
Oh, would you look at that? Okay. Troubles on Holoran 5, the outreach. Would you like to know more? What's Holoran 5? Domain of Wolf's Dragoons. Oh, headquarters of the Mercenary Review Board. Uh-oh. Okay, the mining and excavation cartel has had enough of the semi-official banditry. Their local subsidiary, Transpax Inc. has offered contracts to defend their assets and forcibly remove militia blockades and checkpoints from their transportation routes. In response to the Transpax overtures, a faction of the planetary militia, now styling themselves as Orion Protectorate, have hired Burr's Black Cobras to augment their forces. Alright then. So that must be... I remember where roughly Wolf's Dragoons are sort of located, like here. Is it like this one? No. Down here? Oh, it was like a red dot. This one. That's where Wolf's Dragoons are located. But this is over in the Outreach somewhere. By the way, after we go to Taurus, we're then going to head over here to do the next Rhino Restoration mission. Okay, so going back to the mech bay then, let's revisit the Marauder II, shall we? Right. If I was to lose this and instead replace it with one medium lance, we then have quite a few tons spare, and this is where we can throw in a Guardian ECM, which I'm quite happy to do. Oh, it's under equipment, isn't it? Was there a thing better than a Guardian ECM? I feel like there was, or have we already used them? There was like a clan one, so I guess it's fine. The Guardian ECM in the head is nice. How much heat do we have left? 13. We can probably add... Do you know what? Throw in one more. Yeah. Heat Delta still 2. And on top of that, we can... Yep. In fact, it's over. Heat Delta of 3. Yes. There it is. That is pretty well optimized. Guardian ECM just protects it even more. So missiles, it is pointless to target this Marauder II of missiles with the Ferrovanadium and the Guardian ECM. Oh, yeah, this is... Okay, much better. Just a small change that makes a big difference, really.
Be too hard.
We are 20 days away. We got through that really damn quick. I don't think I would have time for a mission in, in this video. There are changes to the gargoyle, but I've not been able to like really sit down and go through them yet. One thing, though, that I do agree with Headhunter, though, is he had a couple of builds that had machine guns, and I actually do think that's something that is lacking. The medium pulse lasers they're nice and all. Very nice, actually. But I kind of think... Where's the heavy machine guns? I feel like they're over here. There it is. Low chance of dealing a crit, though. 60 meters. What about these? Do you know what, though? The weight, the tonnage, though. Clan double heat sinks. Do I even have any of those? Sorry, I'm just trying to think, like... I feel like I have a couple. Yeah, I do, actually. I do. Okay, this is good. No, this is good. What about regular... We've got an AMS already. Sorry, this is what I'm looking for. Right, the machine gun's here. Minus 50% crit, minus 99% crit. So I feel like this is probably... The regular machine gun's probably the best way to go here. We do this, we then add like half a ton of ammo. Case 2, good. I'm glad we've got case 2 in there. So, sorry, this is what I'm looking for. Machine gun half. 100 shots. How many shots do you take each time? 1 to 3, yeah. 5 times 2. Okay, that should be fine. Could we not add maybe a second clan? But then we lose a bit of armor? Would we want to lose a bit of armor? This thing gets targeted, not too often, but I feel like it's in the right spot now. I think we'll up the armor on the legs then. And then the center torso. Yeah. Actually, we could probably do the arm here. But that's fine. Yeah, for now, I just feel like actually the extra little machine gun damage, because we're getting close enough, and this just means we can go for some crits. His builds are really interesting. They've got some, like, we've got the use of the gamma cannon, which I'd be interested in doing, but they do weigh a lot, and it does kind of take away all these other weapons. Although, Clan SRM6s, we'd basically just be losing these lasers here, which are quite tonnage efficient, to be fair. We've still got an AMS there. The bombast is just brilliant, though. I really like the bombast. Let's have one more look at the gamma cannon, though, which I think might actually be here. Yeah, there it is. 13 tons. 7 tons. 50 damage as base. 15 heat as, like, that in itself is amazing. We still need another 3 plasma rifles, by the way. I am keeping a BDI out for those. I'm hoping where we go next we can find a few. Yeah. It just adds a lot of heat efficiency, which I know we've got stone cold, but it would be nice to be able to sort of just go crazy on the firepower every turn, sort of thing.
On it.
So yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'll let you know when that's done.
For now, I might leave it at that. I know we have the other Marauder, but I'm wondering, like, everybody's already got, like, a bunch of mechs. Is there a point in bringing in this one yet? Maybe? If I bring it in, though, I've got to keep it out because I can't put it back in storage, which is probably fine. Maybe I do just make this a building. Oh, yeah, I might as well. You know what? We've got it. I guess we'll use it. I can't actually go back from here, so... what else have we got? Oh, we can use the part of the Black Marauder. We're not doing that, though. What's next cheapest? You are. Thank you.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Okay, then. Mad, I tell you. Okay, let's take a little look at this. We also need to rejiggery-pokery a few of these things out. Maybe we get a headhunter, a sort of a disciple to train for, like, this old Marauder or something, and then the Dragonfire, or maybe we have Headhunter just go with the 2 Marauders and somebody takes over the Dragonfire. I think he'd probably rather that. So the idea with this, if I recall, need to refresh my memory, was it the LAC-5s? Yes. LAC-5, LAC-5. Similar concept, except we're basically going strictly armor penetration, is the idea. I think was the idea. So if we go ammo here, we actually have to go down here to AC5, which of course would be at the bottom for some reason. AC5, AC5. Internals, we would look at some ferrovanadium. Lose these. And that. Oh, are you going to do that? Are you going to do that? Can we get rid of it is the question. I'll have to see. Lose the heat sinks, because you're going to need to have a better heatsink kit of some sorts. Perhaps you could go for the Sanctuary double. This can work. Okay, going back to weapons then. I think the idea was we go for sort of this, and then we go for this. Yep, there we go, that's great. Medium lance there. Right, that is a little bit... Do we even have any engines to use? We only have clan engines, I don't have the room. I'll have to start off with an XL, I think, because the clan engine's just too expensive, I can't afford it. So I'd go for an XL engine. Really up the armor. For now, max it out. Like that. 140... 140, lot more here. I'd like to bump this up to 50, 50, 120, 120. This is pretty good actually. The XL engine though. That XL engine. Okay, 5 tons for heat sinking. It's Sanctuary heat sinking. Yeah, this is really heat-wise expensive. I don't think I have the capacity to do what I want to do yet with this. We need a few more bits and bobs. Heat controller minus weapon heat. I believe this stacks. Basically do it like that. Got heat negator. This end reduces heat at the end of a turn. Yeah, we've got quite a massive heat delta there. The only way to get around that is either go for a double heat sink. We also need to buy another thing for it. So, yeah, we can't do anything about this yet, but we're going to keep the Marauder out as a sort of, I don't know, backup mech for now. Do we keep it as it is? Yeah, maybe we'll just keep it as it is for now. I mean, AC5, it's just a long-range support. at the moment, so that'd be its role. Yeah, we're pretty much done with the stuff I wanted to do. I kind of thought I would not have time to do all of that, but my mech techs work like crazy. Okay.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
It's not a lot of money. That is not a lot of money. No, sir. Okay, we carry on to Taurus.
Nearly broke, Commander.
I know. Alright, we finally made it. We have indeed made it to Taurus. Or almost. Oh, here we go. Push yourself to win a pickup game. You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna win. Oh, I suffered an injury. And Karos has low spirits. What happens? Your team loses. Karos can't seem to miss a shot at range. And Codex ball handling. This is the new guy. It's deceptively effective. Big Red rebounds an errant shot and kicks it back to you. Coming down from your jump shot, your ankle twists with an audible pop. Uh-oh. Well, they're just beginning to fuss over you. Sorry, Commander. I think we all played a little too hard. That's alright, as long as nobody... I mean, Karos has low morale, but... You know. He'll cope. He'll cope. Yeah, so we are very nearly there. We have got to earn a little bit of money, though. The Marian hegemony. Fresh from his conquest on the Iliad Palatinate. Pacification of the former Lothian League. That word, pacification, is gross. The young son of Caesar, Sean O'Reilly, returned to Alfarda Hero, declaring his father mentally unstable and unfit to rule. The Marian Senate wasted no time declaring his appointment as new Caesar. So old-fashioned. With Sean O'Reilly defiantly refuting the Senate appointment, the young Caesar was forced to cut his father down. Sources within the Marian hegemony armed forces familiar with Julius suggest that he has a grand vision for the hegemony in mind, potentially changing the very fabric of Marian society. Ooh. Yes. No. Just yes, no. Okay, then. Federated Commonwealth taking advantage of the Fedcom Civil War. Okay. Right. Alright then. Let's finally get there. Let me just double check how long I've been recording for, though. Okay, we finally made it. Just have to hope there's enough contracts to keep us fed.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to buy anything from the store, am I? Oh, I'm really not going to be able to. Okay, let's take a look at contracts. Please show me some stuff. There are 4 contracts. Okay, leave no trace. A couple for the Taurian. What is wrong with me at the moment? The Lyrans. I've been terrible today. I thought I had energy coming into this video for the first time in about a few weeks. But no, God, honestly, my energy levels. Right, anyway. Price of freedom, assassinate. That's pretty good. A recovery mission, that's no money at all. And a taste for war, a solo duel. Yes! Okay, a prized Lyran gladiator has challenged you to solo combat, Commander. The Holovid rights have already been sold out to the highest bidder. We've already been wired a cut. We can't turn this chance down. Have we? Been wired a cut? Wow, okay. Challenged me personally, but I'm injured. And we can't do this one against the Lyrans because we're currently friendly. We would then lose the option to do those 2 missions. So we actually have to do these 2 first. So it's kind of a shame. I was hoping to maybe finish with this solo duel, but we cannot actually do that. Good news is, at least this is all, you know, that money will keep us going quite a bit. And then, you know, destroy bases tend to be not the best for profit, but they get something. An assassination is usually a go all salvage. Yeah, we can sort of balance between these 2. We'll do one of these, Federated Sons, the other one will come out roughly even. And then, what on earth, who is this against? Federated Sons. If anything, this is the most skippable mission. But next time we're either going to do this assassination or the destroy base mission, so yeah, we'll see. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Next time we will test out our new mechs, the Piledriver, the Marauder II, maybe we'll even bring out the Hermes as well, and we'll see how we get on. Thanks for watching, see you all next time.